And at the end, when we come to the end of Elizabethan England, we have to look around and go, right, is it a golden age or not? And to be honest, you already know quite a lot of answers to those questions. So I'll put on the board the two topics that we've covered so far, essentially. Elizabeth's court and parliament, and, well, all of these elements, and life in England, and all of these elements. These two sections are 2/3 of Elizabethan England as a whole, and I'm going to ask you to pause the video and just decide which ones are positive or negative, which ones prove golden age or not. And I'm going to try and explain, at least in a moment, the ones that are. So pause now, have a look, have a think. Sorry, I can't move my own head to get out of the way, but nonetheless, we'll see how it's going. So, first ones, as you probably saw or predicted, Elizabeth and marriage and Elizabeth's religious settlement. Both of those, should we say, offer promise because Britain is being more independent with, should we say, Elizabeth at the crown. There is no, should we say, problems with stability. However, there is a worry about succession. Her religious settlement was a positive interaction for most of England. It meant sure that the Catholics and Protestants were reasonably, should we say, together on a lot of decision making. There was not much revolt because of the, should we say, religious settlement. And as well as that, her ability to reduce rebellions, as spoken about before, all played a part in making sure the country was stable. On top of that, the great chain of being promoted, should we say, groups of people to look after each other. A student also tried to claim that that's bad, which can be completely true as well. These aren't exactly true. Lives of the rich in England could be seen as a golden age because of the, should we say, wealth they enjoyed, the houses they lived in, the makeup they wore, the food they ate was all positives. The theatre itself was definitely a thing that was improving culture. We've got things about those changes away from punishment and even the poor laws themselves being seen as positive. You could also, if we wanted to go the reverse, the structure of power being, should we say, solely in the hands of the rich is probably a problem. Problems presented to Elizabeth, remember succession, religion, and even foreign policy are all negatives at the moment. The rebellions that do happen can absolutely prove that the country is not as stable as it might seem. The lives of the rich and poor can definitely be seen in a bad, negative light. And even the increases with poor people from failure in agriculture, from changes to jobs and unemployment, to the reduction of, the increase of population in the world, and also those original poor laws. There are many, many examples of why this is or is not a golden age, and it's just up to you to make a decision and for you to know both sides and demonstrate you can explain and understand and make a clear decision based on evidence. Here behind me is just a load more stuff that you can use to prove golden age or not. I'll read a few of them. Portraits in art becomes very popular. The life expectancy of human beings goes up. That's pretty good. Poetry and culture from literature increases. Poverty also increased and then kind of sat there. Blood sports are used where animals are killed. I see science and technology improves, which we're going to get to in the next video, right? There's a lot here. So feel free to pause and have a little look through, but you should have a good idea yourself, what is the golden age or not? And if you know that, then you can and absolutely will smash a question out on that topic. But anyways, I'm going to get going. Thank you very much for listening. See you later.